With the story missions on the horizon, we have never been closer to the biggest drop of lore in Overwatch history. But what about the Archives missions? Will they find a spot in this new model for PvE? Let's find out. Hey guys, I'm James from the Omnic Post. There's a lot that has been written, said, and in my case yelled about PvE in Overwatch. Check out my previous videos if you just came back after a trip of 6 months on the North Pole to study the link between screen time and bad eyesight in polar bears. The one thing I do not see a lot of people talking about are the Archives missions. No, that is not really correct. The only time that Archives missions are being mentioned is when people want to downplay the story missions. This glorified version of the Archives is going to suck. But as I have pointed many a times, glorified Archives missions is what we wanted back in 2019. Till they showed off what they actually planned and then... yeah, we started dreaming. But the reason that we would have settled for more Archives missions back in the day was because we enjoyed them. Well, most of us did, and some people still do. And those people missed those missions because we did not get an Archives event this year, sadly. Now the big question is, are they gone forever? That would be very atypical for what they've done up till now. They seem to take a lot of pride in these old events. And it looks like they want to upgrade all of these events. Add new content to bring them into this new era of Overwatch. Besides porting the old missions for nostalgia's sake. Like the Halloween co-op mission we saw in November. And the upcoming Winston volleyball for the summer games. So my guess would be that it is rather likely that they're going to find a way to bring him back. That they might actually be working on that already. And I'm even thinking that they might make more of them. There are still a lot of stories that remain untold in Overwatch history. Critical moments in the Overwatch history that tie this group of people together. Or even the background story of some of these individuals. Sigma, for instance, has a backstory that would make a very trippy Archives mission. How about the first Omnic and the Iris? The fall of the Shimada clan? The family history of Kiriko? Or that of Symmetra? I could just go on and on here. There's so much that they can still do. And yeah, some of it has been described in books and comics. But bringing that content into the game, that would be amazing. Now if they would do this, these new Archives missions would be built on the new tech for Overwatch 2. Specifically for PvE, which would allow them to add more characters, more different characters, more different gameplay elements. In-game cinematics, it would be a different and better experience overall. And look, in a way it would be kinda cool if they redid the old missions with that new tech, but I don't think that is going to happen. It doesn't make any sense from their end, or maybe even from our end, to do that. They're probably just going to port them. And you know what? That's fine. Okay, now I got myself all excited about this. And maybe you, Blizzard style, getting you all excited. And then nothing happens. I mean, I'm kidding, but not really. In any case, when could this happen, and how would they go about getting these missions into Overwatch? The when is the most difficult question in this case. Archives usually happens around April, and we missed it this year. You know what, the anniversary also happened around that time in May, and they moved that forward to October. For obvious reasons, because that is the release of Overwatch 2. It could kinda be cool if they bring back these Archives missions for the anniversary. Because when it comes to gameplay, the anniversary really doesn't have unique content. It just kind of opens up all the other content. On top of that, what is the day that your friends love confronting you with all the stupid stuff you did in the past? Your birthday, right? No, is it just me? Oh man, I need to talk to my friends. Buggers. I have no idea on when they're going to do this, because it is clear that their focus right now is looking forward, getting the stories told that are happening right now and in the future. That historical content might have been the inspiration, but when it comes to Overwatch 2, that is actually extra content. Much like the Masteries, for instance. Now talking about Masteries, the system they build around them might actually be the first step to getting these Archives into Overwatch 2. Let me explain. In-game, in the lore, those Masteries are actually a simulation set up by Winston. And he does that in a room in Gibraltar, which is one of the main bases of the Overwatch team. What if we get an upgrade of that simulation and it allows us to redo classic historical missions of the Overwatch team, the Archives in other words. It is the same system also as some kind of training. It would be the perfect fit. It's almost like the Animus in Assassin's Creed. Or to bring it a little closer to home. In Warcraft they have this place called the Caverns of Time, where the bronze dragonfly likes to throw around some sand, and they have built these dungeons that let you relive classical moments in Warcraft history. I love those dungeons, and I think that a similar thing would make a great fit for Overwatch. Minus the dragons. We just replace those with a talking gorilla that likes peanut butter. Close enough. There's a rumor that they actually had planned to have Daenerys fly on gorillas instead of dragons. I wasn't the one to tell you, right? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, but now I'm getting a little too excited about that idea myself. Not good. On the other hand, Blizzard, just give us 3 story missions and 1 archives mission with every of these PvE drops you do. Do it. Do it. Anyways, what do you think about this idea? And what moment in Overwatch history would you like to see go in one of these archives missions? Let me know in the comments. Join me during my streams on twitch.tv/DamesTV and make sure to subscribe for more updates on Overwatch.